Hi there. In this video we'll be covering, can you make money writing a book on Amazon? You'd actually make lots of money this way, but you need to follow the right steps. By the end of this video, you will learn how to truly reach readers on Amazon, what you need to do to maximize your earning potential, and the importance of a great call to action. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. Amazon is the premier book marketplace in the world. It is the most popular place to buy and find books. So if you're publishing a book, you want to be where people are. You want to go to the bookstore where everybody is. And Amazon is that. You know, obviously I'm a big fan of shopping local and buying local, but at the same time, this is where people congregate to buy books. So if you are interested in reaching an audience, if you're interested in having new readers find you, Amazon is a great place to list and promote your work. But here's the thing, with so many books and so many different competing aims, it's very difficult for people to find you all alone. You could publish something on Amazon and have it have no impact, have it just land with a dud and people just overlook it. Some of the books that I've ghostwritten have been published this way, where the author will just post it on Amazon and 2 years later, it has like 3 reviews. Like obviously that didn't have the right impact. It didn't have the right landing. So it's not enough just to put your book on Amazon. You really need to do some things to make sure it gets noticed. One of the best things you can do is to advertise on Amazon. Amazon's advertising platform is really top notch. I really enjoy it. I've used it a couple times. I've told other authors about it. They've had similar success. There's 2 avenues to advertising on Amazon. The first is to advertise using specific keywords. So if you want your book to be found and recognized for people searching for different things, you're going to have to advertise for that to happen. They will obviously show up in the results somewhere if you type in a keyword and your book is listed within that keyword and the keyword is part of the book. Your book could come up, but when you search for a keyword, the first results are advertisements. They're paid content. People paid for that placement. You can pay to have placement near the top of search results for specific search terms. The other thing you can do is advertise on specific pages. So if another item is available that you think pairs strongly with your book, another book, it could be something else, you can actually advertise on that other specific page. And if over time, if people actually buy your product, your book with this other product, Amazon will promote them together and say, people who bought this item also bought this, or maybe there's a discount or sale to buy both of them together, which is super exciting. So there's things that you can do as an author on Amazon to get your book promoted, to stand out from the rest of this giant crowd. One of the most important things to think about when publishing your book on Amazon, and we're focusing on self-publishing here, this is all self-guided effort. These are steps that you're taking on your own, and you ultimately have control over how you promote the book, how you sell it, how you give it out, how the information's available. You have so many opportunities to connect the book to your sales power, to your offerings, to other things that you promote within your business. And a lot of the people I work with have found success selling books that connect to their other sales programs. So if you have a high-touch coaching service or consulting or something else, you can get people from the book interested to want to work with you. And then they take the journey to become leads for your business. You know, when you have a reader that's interested in working with you, you can convert them from leads to clients. If they're interested, if their price point's right, if everything matches up, they could end up being high-paid clients of yours. That's a huge revenue driver for authors, and it's a huge benefit. So if you are somebody who has a business, you want to think about how the book connects to your business aims, how it connects to your sales funnel, you know, the offerings that a reader might be interested in purchasing from you. There's so many opportunities that way. There's so much opportunity in speaking engagements as well. You know, when you think about a book on Amazon, you know, what about that book being handed out to people at an event that you're speaking at? You know, how about reaching a captive audience of 50 or 100 people and handing them each a book? You know, it's the ultimate business card. It is the chance to connect on a deeper level. It's a chance to share your message with the world. You know, the book itself is only one part of this process. The book itself is the beginning of this awesome journey. And it's so great to be able to see where that journey goes. You know, how you can grow together, how you can work together, how you can collaborate, and how this book can help you take the next step. You know, but having a book on Amazon is a big benefit. There's people who go back and forth and decide they don't want to have it on Amazon. You know, I think it's good to be in the places where people are, you know, and if you are interested in reaching new people, there's a likelihood that they're going to be on Amazon. So they might not find your website, they might not come across your other content, but they'll see your book on Amazon and want to learn more and want to work with you. So I think it's a great opportunity and definitely something that authors should keep in mind as they move forward in the publishing process. At the same time, if you post your book on Amazon, don't be overly worried about the sales numbers. It can be overwhelming to look at the numbers and see how popular your book is and how popular it is within a given hour and how many books it's sold week to week. Don't get caught up in the numbers, get caught up in the influence, get caught up in the impact. What kind of impact is your book having? How is it reaching people? You know, if you connect with 100 or 200 or 500 readers and they're telling you how this book changed their life, who cares if the sales rank is 1.2 million? It doesn't matter. You're having an impact. Focus on impact. The numbers can come or not come, and it's okay either way. You know, those numbers aren't the driver of whether this book is a success. It's more about building that connection, building the relationship, and you know, it's more about adding value. It's more about adding value to the reader's life, to your life, and marking transformation for yourself to take the next step in your journey, no matter what that journey is. If you want to learn more about can you make money writing a book on Amazon, I definitely love to connect with you. I have worked with dozens of authors who've written successful books, who've published their books on Amazon, who've had a lot of success with this. I publish books myself on Amazon. It is an interesting process, and there's so many lessons and tips I'd love to share with you. So head to my website, goodghostwriter.com. You can click the link below and schedule a one-on-one strategy call with me. I'd love to talk further and hear more insights about your book and offer any lessons and help I can. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.